The Benny Hill theme tune would have went down a treat with that performance. It's got to be the end of the road for Ollie. I'm sick and tired of this. We've been embarrassed. I think Ollie should have walked months and years ago, but now is the time to do it, because this is not now a joke. We've lost 6-1 to Spurs. It means Jose Mourinho's come back to rule the roost. It was a complete and utter farce from start to finish. We got a penalty kick that put the wheels in motion. Bruno Fernandes steps up and takes it, but after that it was a calamity, an absolute travesty how we capitulated in that game. Players reflect their manager, and the players out there on that pitch did nothing. All they're happy to do is go to training, play matches to pick up their wage every single week. They don't care about Manchester United. That team on the pitch means that we need a major spending spree. You can't let us straight for what happened out there. It was knife through butter. They tore us apart limb from limb. They chewed us up and they spat us out, and we had no answers to it. And Jose Mourinho is going to be grinning like a Cheshire cat. He's going to be smug as they come because of this result and the way they dismantled us. And the manager, the players on the pitch had to take full responsibility. The guy should have walked after the Newcastle defeat, but he's still here. I'm still saying the same things. Actions speak louder than words. Honesty is the best policy. He needs to go. Nobody can defend him now. Not even his biggest supporters, his disciples, his rimmers. You just can't. This is the end of the road for the guy. It was a percussive performance. Our players second half standing still like statues. Edward would love to sponsor, right? Well, after that performance, we should be sponsored by Wood. I can see the splinters on every single player on that pitch and the manager. And it boils down to the crux of the matter, that we are not going anywhere with this manager. And the sooner these Ollie inners start believing that and actually tell the truth, the better it will be for them. It was a complete and utter car crash. You know, Porky Pig, he was lucky to stay on the pitch. Pork fucking chops. He is a disgrace to his profession. A darts player. The rest of them are the same. They can't defend or attack for toffee. He looks like a fucking darts player. You know, he should be in the hockey with Phil the Power Taylor and Barney. That's what he should be doing. He's not capable of being a left back for Man United. Even Patrice Evra is cutting onto it. Everyone knows he's a busted flush. He's not good enough. He never has been, never will be. He's injury prone. He's fat, he's tubby, he's got his beer belly hanging out. This can't continue. And thankfully, we're going to get a fucking left back who can actually not just attack, but defend. You know, there's no point buying Tellez if he's not going to replace Porky Pig. I would have preferred Regulon. But, you know, Patrice Evra should come back, because he can do a better job than that louse. He's a shit on the bottom of your shoe. Maguire. The squid. It was evident he's not good enough. 18 million he cost, which could have went for 3 players that we had. You know, Son ran riot, Kane ran riot. They brought Lucas Moura on as well in the second half. Paul Pogba doing what he does always best. He jogs. He doesn't care about playing for Manchester United. He's a star in his own head. I'm surprised he can fit through the door. That's how massive his head is. He's an appalling player. Van de Beek should have started. He looked good when he come on. You know, this is a complete and utter mess. You know, and I'm counting down the days when that cunt, Ollie, and the players leave. Because this is not great at all. Ollie's a gimmick. He's a con man. He's conned you all into thinking he's a good manager. Well, nice guys finish last, and Jose Mourinho schooled him in his own backyard and in our own backyard. Excuses are mounting up from these top reds, aren't they? They never criticise Ollie. They were happy to criticise Louis van Gaal when he said the standards are too high. Yeah, really. And Ollie can say, oh, I've been backed by the Glazers. Really? So that shows that Cavani is your signing and Tellez is your signing as well. You know, Spurs were competing for every single ball. We just couldn't cope. it's really frustrating. And Eric Bailly shouldn't have started today. Top Reds, got to start Eric Bailly. And how did that work out? Oh yeah, it didn't. We should never have dropped Lindelof. You can't blame Lindelof, can you? We all know, the fan base are brainwashed by Top Reds and all that. But for me, this is just not going to get any better, is it? It just isn't. And Mourinho, well, he's shown what he can do, can't he? If you want tips how to be a great defender, Maguire and the rest of the back four, next to the blobs at left back, the centre back positions, do no favours. And De Gea will probably get criticised because Henderson's waiting in the wings. So I want Ollie to resign. And that's the top and bottom of it. But at least tomorrow we're going to see a nervous breakdown from certain people when Sancho is still a Dortmund player, which he'll always be for the next year or so. He'll never don a Man United shirt. It's not going to be Bruno Fernandes part 2, okay? We had terms for Schneider. Did Schneider come out years later saying, United win for me? United wanted to get me? No, they didn't. We agreed personal terms with Vidal. Didn't get him. Just didn't get him. So, yeah, it was absolutely appalling. Nobody else covered themselves in any glory. It was a mess, The standards are slipping, and it's scary, it's alarming how people think he's still the best man for the job when us who know what the reality is, and that's, the moral of the story, and that's the truth being told. You can't get away from that. So thankfully we've got an international break, 2-week break to, mumble over this result and try and find out where we go next. But as far as I'm concerned, the one thing we need to do right now, minus signings, is get rid of that scumbag, that con man, and his name goes by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He is the cause of the problem. He picks the team, he picks the tactics, he picks the players who go on that pitch. It's his responsibility, nobody else. Otherwise, let the players pick the team, pick the tactics, and pick who goes on the bloody bench. Because I'm telling you now, this is not good enough. Get out of my club, Ollie, now. Because I'm telling you, this isn't pretty. You're destroying yourself. You're destroying your legacy as much as of it. And that's all I've got to say.